I'm discovering that there's never going to be a time when I feel ready or safe to get on camera or share really much of anything. But if I keep doing what I've been doing, which is like not sharing anything, then I'm not sharing anything. And, you know, maybe that makes some people happy, but I don't know. It feels like I gave up. And I don't want to necessarily keep doing that. I just don't know how to keep going. I think about the Newest Testament constantly because it was never just a song. It was like a lifeline that I don't even know is possible, but like I feel like it's possible. I just don't know why it's not possible for me. And you know, according to phase 2, it's because of all the power that I give to so many limiting stories, but like they feel real, and no matter how many times I tell myself that they're not real, they're real. At least in my reality. I wish, there is a part of me that wishes that I never made that song in the first place, because then I wouldn't have this always in the back of my mind. Always in the back of my mind as I'm going throughout my life wondering, is this proof that it's possible? Is this proof that it's not possible? Ever since I was little, just existing was never enough for me. And even when I existed well, it was criticized and it wasn't enough. And even when it comes to creating, being in the online space, but even just literally being in the workplace that I've, you know, discovered as of recently, I don't know how to show up as, frankly, an imperfect mess that has no idea what the fuck I'm doing. That I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I have to offer. Because not knowing any of that as a kid didn't feel like an option. It never felt like an option. It felt like death. It felt like disapproval. It felt like I couldn't survive in my household if that was the reality. If I didn't know what I was doing, if I wasn't able to just keep my shit together. And I feel like I've been doing so many different things to keep my shit together. I've been working out 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. I have been eating so little to the point where I feel like I literally engaged in anorexia again. But I don't know where the balance is between food and not. All I know is that I got really tired of feeling fat and seeing other people telling me that I'm fat. And even now, recording this video, there are so many little voices in my head going, this is too much, you shouldn't be sharing this, see, this is proof that you're unstable. But the reality is, this is what goes through my head all the time. I think way too much and then I don't do anything. And when I was doing things, when I was creating, I at the very least wasn't letting my mind get in the way. I at the very least wasn't having a creative idea and then going, well, there's this, and this reason why I shouldn't do it. I at the very least was doing the fucking thing. So, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but also maybe that needs to fucking count for something. And this is the defensiveness that I've spoken about in my Substack. I don't know how to show up vulnerably anywhere in my life because I feel like I'm just on the defensive. I'm waiting to be attacked. It's like my nervous system is preempting it, you know? Preparing always. And when I wasn't, it was like I learned that I should be. And again, I just heard, like, why are you even sharing this? I don't know, okay? Because there's never the right thing to share. I didn't show you guys, really, when my head was actually shaved. I did actually do that. It's dried like this because I let a headband sit there, but I guess who fucking cares, right? Clearly I do because I'm talking about this. I turned off the comments. I stopped posting. I hid behind writing, but it was needed. And I just, how long am I going to hide? How long am I going to hide myself from people? What? In hopes that I'm never going to disappoint somebody ever again? That's not reality. In hopes that everybody's going to understand me as much as the inner child in me wishes that that was real. No reality exists where every single person ever understands me. No reality exists where I can 100% be phase 2 enough, whatever that even means. To me, all that means is I don't want to work a conventional job. I've never wanted to. And I'm tired of people telling me that I'm lazy or a piece of shit or I'm not giving back to society because of that. I know I don't have to, but I want to. I show up as somebody with care and intention in every fucking area of my life, whether you believe it or not. And I bring value to people, whether you see it or not. Whether I always see it or not. And I'm tired of letting all of the voices of the other people who believe the worst in me keep me from sharing myself. How dare I do that to myself, frankly? Fuck. Like, no wonder I woke up this morning just feeling like I can't do anything. I just need to focus on me because I haven't been focusing on me. I've been focusing on all of you. People who might not even be watching this because I've blocked so many who don't like me. Why am I altering me for people who don't like me? Why am I not remembering all the amazing, beautiful, kind people that have messaged me telling me that they love me? 1 fucking second. Ah, the Kleenex is here. I don't know what this is. And I'm not gonna pretend that I know that I'm like one thing. That like I'm a rapper or I'm a poet or I'm a writer or I'm a creative. I guess I'm an artist. That's been a consistent through line, so that's cool. But I don't even know. And the more that I pretend to know, the more I fuck the ever-living fuck out of my own mind, and possibly your guys's too. I have no idea, but I would like to believe that there is a possibility that at least some of this is true, and I've been going over it from a very big distance on my own and in private because I didn't want to share. I didn't want to share publicly that I'm testing out my own something because I feel like I'm in the biggest spiritual crisis of my life. And I haven't even let the people in my real physical life to know how much I've been struggling with this. But getting a job after everything that happened felt so big to me. It felt like everything that I stood for, I was going against. Integrity is so big to me, and I've just been like, what the fuck am I doing? Every day, and just hoping that taking some sort of action every day would get me somewhere. And it has. It's not that it hasn't. I'm still at the end of every day. I'm still thinking about this. I'm still thinking about this is chrysalis. This is transformation. Into what? I'm still trading time for money. I want freedom, and then I want to tell you guys how to get it. I really do. Because I don't feel free right now. I don't. If anything, I feel like I feel shackled, and I was very naive to think that, you know, I wouldn't face another period of intense struggle, intense integration, or questioning, or whatever. Just very human things, again. And that's the naivety that comes in being 28 or 29. It's nothing to hate on myself for. It's just, it's naive. It's lack of life experience. So let's look at this. I hadn't seen this book or opened it in a long time. And part of me is so angry at my own creation because it's, to me, on some level, evidence that I didn't meet some sort of a standard or make something fucking possible. I had someone tell me that my movement I was creating was, you know, inspirational, but is it really that inspirational if I then have to go back to work because I wasn't able to earn money? And I genuinely might have been homeless had I not. Like, I just, is it really that inspirational? Or is it delusional? Is it inspirational that I had the balls to do this in any way? Maybe. I have no idea. I have no idea. But because I cannot fucking bring myself to just leave this in the past, I'm mad. I'm opening this book, and you know what, I'll say this. If you're somebody that spent so much time, and maybe are still spending time, feeling angry at me, and like I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, that's valid, because that's valid. Because there's a part of me that's angry at me, and feels like I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, the 10 Commandments. Feel your feelings. Without doing this, you will not open yourself up to a different way of living. That is true. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to create enough money to survive, not even thrive, to survive by just feeling my feelings. I couldn't figure it out. 2, intuition is your best friend. Ask it for guidance, follow its instructions, and watch your life change. This is what I mean when I say I feel like I've been in fucking a spiritual crisis, because never in my life, never have I been in a space where I question the legitimacy of anyone's intuition, let alone mine, before. But now, yeah, I question whether anything that my intuition ever said to me was legit. But I cannot help but look at the impact that the promo, the posting, the song, you know, take the quality and stuff aside of it. Believe me, I know it could be so much different. I cannot shake the fact that there was hella impact, and there still is, with people still messaging. So there's something I don't know, clearly, and I struggle to listen to my intuition now on a day-to-day basis. I really do. And you can see it even in the way that I show up. Online, or lack thereof, because I get the feeling and the instinct and the intuitive nudge to post all the time. And then I don't. But also, Is that me not following my intuition, or am I still following it, but I am convincing myself that there's a separation between me and the intuition? Do you see what I'm talking about? I think the most annoying thing is I'm very aware that I get in my own way. I'm just not entirely sure how. I'm self-aware to a point. I think that's like anyone, right? 3, ask for, accept, and give help. This is magic. I mean, I will say I feel that is true when you let it happen. I definitely let my ego get the best of me with the Newest Testament, because I felt like just by the very nature of my intuition even giving me that name to call the song and the book, and then listening to it, like it literally, by me choosing to follow that, I chose to follow instructions that then placed me as this authority figure when I feel like I don't have the authority here. Like, I feel like, getting really real, I feel like from a soul led, purpose led place that I'm supposed to help people. I've felt that for so long, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I've been told that some people think I really help them in just being themselves, and who knows, maybe this will help you. But I'm asking for your help. Help me figure out what this is, because I don't know. But if this is to really be the Newest Testament, it's not just for me, it's for so many people, and I can't do it alone. I tried and I can't do it. And I'm not gonna cut this, and I'm not gonna edit this, because the first time, or maybe, you know, I don't know when you first saw me, but when I was making videos before I edited the shit out of them, and I actually really didn't like a lot of the editing process. I found it stressful. Even when I tried to breathe deeply, my breathing was shallow, so I'm just gonna let this be uncut. 4, do what you feel like doing. And this one very rightfully so pissed people off, because it's pissing me off right now. I'm like, yeah, me doing what I felt like doing led me and my wife to being in a space where we were genuinely wondering if we'd be homeless or unable to pay our rent. And our rent now is way cheaper than it was a year ago. Like $370 some each cheap now. And the fact that we were still questioning living by these tenants, at least to the extent that we were, that, you know, we weren't sure if we could pay that. That's less than $700 collectively a month, and that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. And we weren't sure. Like, I want this to be possible. I want it to be possible so bad. Because I feel like I could put my head on the pillow at night and at least, like, know that I didn't give myself and other people this impossible fucking standard to meet. But I guess I can't be surprised if that's the case, because I always felt like I had impossible standards to meet as a kid. And when you don't take care of your shit, you bring your childhood shit that disempowered and limited you into your fucking adult life. And my job that I've been at I took the day off from it today. I hadn't missed a single day of work since I started, but I woke up and I could not bring myself to go in today because it just became clear to me on so many fucking levels that I am choosing to stay in a disempowered place by being there. My boss has literally told me over and over again, I don't want to just give, when I'm literally asking for the raise that I was promised and an honest conversation about money. I don't feel like sharing a bunch of that publicly, but just know that I recognize that I've brought a lot of this whole pattern of placing myself in situations where I am expected to meet impossible standards. And then like getting down on myself and berating and criticizing and bullying myself and shaming myself for not meeting those standards that were impossible in the first place. And there is a part of me that wonders if I gave both of us an impossible standard to meet with this. 5, say yes to your dreams. Nothing is out of reach. Ask your intuition, what is the next step I can take right now towards my dream? Allow the answer to come to you. Then take the step, rinse and repeat. I was doing that. And my intuition's telling me I'm doing it right now by actually filming something, but then I need to actually upload it. I've started filming some stuff over the past, like, more so week or 2 weeks, but you haven't seen it. And I was listening to one of Khloe Kardashian's podcasts. I really like her podcasts. It was the one with, I think her name is Mel Robbins. She's the Let Them Theory woman, motivational speaker, and she talked about drafts on people's social media. And she said for most people, you'll open up their Instagram or whatever, and they'll have drafts, so many of them that they haven't posted. And she reminded me, she said, that's the graveyard of your dreams. And I let my dreams go to a graveyard for a bit, and I suppose I really am in the space where my posting really is chrysalis, it's transformation, because I have no idea what this is turning into, but I can't just give up on my dreams. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot tell myself that this is impossible, and I can't tell you that it's impossible, okay? Being so frank, I've looked at YouTubers and I've wanted a YouTube channel for a long time. I have wanted brand deals for a long time, and I am going to choose to believe that it doesn't matter what I've done or said or created, that I really cannot truly be so bad and awful and incompetent that I cannot make what I would like to see come true. But I'm not going to pretend that I have any idea how to fucking do it, aside from showing up imperfectly. I'm really tired of not showing up. 6, appreciate everything about your existence as it is now. The good, the bad, the ugly. Remember, these are judgments. We want everything we experience. Appreciate all of it. Wow. Like, literally, no wonder some of you found me insufferable. Because here's the thing. It's true. And when you are in a certain space, you want to punch the ever-living fuck out of the person telling you these things. Like, I get it. The longer that I'm in this space, I'm like, I get it. I remember used to say shit like, oh, I don't get why people are hating. No, I get it. Everything in this book and in my lyrics is confronting as fuck. And it literally makes you question your entire life. And it goes up against everything. I'm like, no, this is impossible. Like, my ego wants to tell me everything about my song in this book is impossible. Everything. On the back of the book, right there, it says, I feel invited into something truer, into an experience where I don't have to earn my place, where God doesn't sit in a tower but lives in my voice and in my body. I want that to be true for everyone, including myself, reading it. But the thing is that I still haven't figured out how to bring the quantum to the ground. And this is actually something my wife and I talked about. We literally debated making like a whole series about figuring out how to bring spiritual concepts down to earth. And not necessarily like any one religion. It's just whatever genuinely works for people. It's neutral. Like, anybody from any area of the world can apply it and use it, and it actually works. And it doesn't matter what belief system you have. Now, even speaking out loud to you about this, you're watching me think about this and reflect on it more in live time, and I'm just sharing it with you. You know, I'm not pretending to know the answers. I'm just noticing that the ideology behind all of this that I shared at first, I mean, that alone turns people off. It does. And it's okay for me to admit that. Like, even just saying we want everything we experience. My own best friend, you know, had her resistance to it, and she explained it to me of, you know, her own family's personal experience during COVID. I won't go into details because it's her story to share or not share. But, you know, she was like, I can't really imagine wanting that. I can't really imagine newborn babies wanting to be RAPED. And it's one thing to say that we all want something on a cosmic level, but really, when you're in a human body, it feels so fucking rude and insensitive and heartless. It does. So I'm not even sure if the ideology matters. I think it's more so just about what are some action steps that actively help everybody. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The ideology doesn't matter. I don't know. 7, move your body every day. Appreciate the vessel you created for yourself. Feel what it is like to be alive in it. I feel pretty integrated with that one. Though, I personally, all of this aside, have been both enjoying and struggling immensely with my relationship with both food and exercise, because I have been losing more weight, and it's come from exercising 5-6 days a week usually, but it's also come from eating too little a lot of the time. And I know that because I'll end up shaking or feeling fuzzy or like I'm on the verge of fainting in my workouts, and then, you know, not feeling as strong as I would like to when I'm lifting weights. And so I'm in this very interesting space of really figuring out, like, okay, if I am gonna frankly approach my life more like an athlete of working out and training hard 5-6 days a week, I need to be fueling myself properly. But I do also want to not necessarily lose weight because I'm building muscle, but I would like to go down in size. So I'm still figuring that out, but that's more of a personal thing that, who knows, maybe I'll share more of. My wife told me that people would maybe benefit from hearing me speak about my relationship with food. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. 8, relationships are everything. Build them, invest in them, let yourself be seen, see others. You cannot sink when you have ships. Now, I agree that relationships are huge. I simply for real would not be where I am today if I didn't have my wife, especially. Like, holy fuck. I also wouldn't be where I am without my best friend, without some of my wife's family. Like, there's just like every single person that's impacted me in my life, like I'm here because of them. I mean, obviously I did a lot too, but like, Jesus fucking Christ, I couldn't have done any of this alone. Like, even my cats. 9, spend time with you. Never underestimate the power of undivided attention being placed on yourself. Begin by spending 5 minutes of uninterrupted time with yourself, no distractions, no other people, just you. Do this daily. I could benefit from doing that more again. It's been really easy to run away from myself ever since getting quieter online and getting a job. Not quite ready to. I say I'm not quite ready to face the full extent of that, but like, what is the extent of being with myself? I've already been honest about so much. Probably just a really good cry. More of what you've been seeing here. And 10, allow life to be simple. Things are only complicated when you make them that way. Simplify your life. Allow ease. Your struggle proves nothing except that you enjoy hardship. Put the armor down. Let things happen for you. But remember, you signed up for this. Why would things have to be difficult? The line from the song that really sticks with me and that gets me is, you really can live a life that's so full of ease. And like, sometimes I want to punch myself when I think about that line, because it's like, you really can live a life that's so full of ease. Like, fuck you. Easy for you to say. You know, I used to wonder why people were like theorizing that I'm a trust fund baby, or that I have some parents or family out there paying for me, but I don't, and I'm not. But when you hear somebody saying you really can live a life full of ease, it's so much easier to be like, well, if it's so easy for you, then you must have all these advantages. And no. No. In fact, I'm pretty isolated from family, and I have had a hand in a lot of that, in cutting off some relationships. I will say this one, allow life to be simple. I've thought about it, and I do get a surprising amount of gratification when I'm following a routine for a certain amount of time. But it feels like every 2 to 3 weeks or so, I want to slightly adapt the routine and keep things at least a little bit exciting. I don't really know, though. It would be really cool to actually do all the things I would like to do, which is just make coffee for people, talk to people, and be with people, and make art, and be with myself, and spend time doing what it is, whatever I want. Like, I even when I was just saying that, I was like, oh, make the best of it. I could be a barista, but that's the least offensive option. But also, do I want a cafe long term? Because that's been a maybe dream for years with Elliot and I. Do we open our own coffee shop? Maybe. Will I end up having a career online? Maybe. My friend told me the other day, you will succeed with This Is Chrysalis. I can feel it. And I'm like, well, fucking, I wonder when. But I can't just expect that anything's gonna happen if I don't do anything. So anyway, that was that, I guess. did this in the first little part of our talk. So I'm just going to keep doing that and keep pouring into myself today because I wasn't doing that. And it was really starting to show. So anyways, I don't know when I'll see you next, but thank you for being here.